Hi, I'm Debbie McKeegan, the CEO of Texintel. I'm here at ITMA 2023 with Arjen, who is the General Manager of Sales for Mimaki EMEA, correct?
That's correct.
Oh,
yes.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today and making the time. I know you're so busy.
It's
So
okay.
busy.
Thank you for passing by. It's great to have you here.
It's lovely. So tell us what's going on, what's happening at Mimaki?
Yeah, so this year to ITMA we came with 3 big new innovations, which are all focused around the theme of sustainability, because if we look at the amount of waste generated by the textile industry, then we really believe it's time to do something about it, as does the whole industry. We are not the only one.
Yep.
Our approach is first of all with a new technology called textile, which basically enables the easiness of dye sublimation transfer printing to be done with pigment inks, which means that instead of being limited to only polyester-based textiles, it can now be done to all kind of different fibers, including blended fibers, and this will bring the possibility to print digitally on a lot of more different fiber types to a lot more customers, because it's very entry level and approachable.
Because they already have that technology in house, so they can just they can diverge, they can make new opportunities, new areas of business.
Exactly.
Great.
The second thing we have is a new high-end dye sublimation transfer printer, the Tiger 600, which has a maximum speed of 550 square meter per hour in a usable quality. It's important to say that always, because
500 square meters per hour.
550 square meter per hour, yes,
wow.
and it's a usable, practical quality.
And that's a good definition.
And it also has a much compacter footprint. We will have a little look at the machine later, where you can understand how that works. This is mainly to the high productivity machines are more to drive more change in the analog printing industry, because they all need to go to digital at some point in order to become more sustainable, and we need more high productive machines for that. The third thing we have is, this is pretty exciting, it's still a concept, we call it Neochromato.
I've had a sneak peek, it's pretty impressive.
It is, and what we did is we have a technology or a methodology to discharge dye sublimation ink from printed polyester, and we can basically turn it back into the initial white fabric, and then it can be reprinted. And it's not only one time, but we can do this multiple times.
Wow.
So far we have tested up to 20 times with the same fabric, reprint, discharge, without any impact, a visible impact on the textile itself.
So this is, here to be clear, this is proof of concept.
This is a proof of concept. What we are showing here is just with little samples how it works. So we have the technology of the process we have in place, and now the coming year we are aiming to think about which areas can this be used, how does this needs to be used, and how can we commercialize this with actual usable systems.
Definitely a step forward.
So there's still a lot to do, but having the technology of the process itself to be able to do this is very, very exciting, and where this can go in terms of bringing circularity to the textile industry.
Why should ink last forever?
And think about soft signage, where even look around at ITMA here, there's so many polyester fabrics printed only for this show, which will be thrown away in 7 days. And what if, think about, we could recollect all those textiles, make them white again, and I have no idea what exhibition is going on here next week, but we could print for those.
Huge applications though within the signage and the events industry, and then moving further into kind of fashion and home furnishings for the future. But there's definitely a huge application there, but just to make everything more circular, definitely. That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about your D2F technology that you've got here too?
I always forget to mention it as a new technology, because we actually launched it already a couple of months ago, back in February. So we also brought our TXF 15075, which is Mimaki's first DTF printer. Which is also, if you think about sustainability, if you look at the screen printing industry, which is very widely used, but it's a very the environmental footprint of screen print is enormous. I mean, it's a lot of chemicals, it's a lot of water for cleaning. So digitalizing screen print process is very important, and we have been able to start this process in the sign industry like 20 years ago. We get flatbed printers, we got higher speeds, and like screen print and signage is like almost doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
And then in the second phase, we could see this happening in the roll-to-roll textiles.
Yes, yeah,
And we could also see this happening in industrial areas where we have specialized
Yeah.
UV printers to digitalize this process. And we could give up on this, let's say, dirty technologies.
Yep.
The area where we have not been able to do it so far
Yeah.
is the area of printed transfers. And there is a need in the market to decorate ready-to-wear garments,
Yeah.
finished garments, workwear, promotional wear, personalized items where people just want to have something on a t-shirt, on a hoodie, on a jacket.
Why do you think D2F addresses that better than D2G?
It's because of the usability of being able to print on, to apply it to more different materials.
Okay.
You don't need any pre-treatment.
Okay.
One of the things with DTG is that pre-treatment requirements, and I'm not saying DTF is per definition better than DTG. There are certain areas where DTG still has advantages.
Okay, yeah.
But it's also the easiness of being able to pre-produce. You could pre-print a few transfers and have them on the shelf, and you just press them when you need. You could print the transfers in a different location where you're actually going to apply them.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah.
So it's a very big range of
again, it's hitting the sustainability pain points, isn't it, and making everything much more available to everybody at different price points on demand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And well, why did we make this DTF printer? Because DTF is it's new to us, but it's not new in the market. A lot of people have seen DTF around, especially the last 2-3 years.
There's a lot of noise about D2F right now, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when talking to the customers in the market, to the people in the market using those DTF technologies, they all appreciate a lot the possibilities, the flexibility they have with DTF, and the soon they start to use DTF printers, they cannot imagine they ever did it without the DTF technology. But at the same time, the technology available so far has been facing a lot of reliability issues.
Okay.
So on one side, customers are very happy with the technology, but they're not very happy with the equipment they have today. And this is where we, as Mimaki, with all the experience and core technologies we implement, can make a big difference.
It's just democratizing what's available in the industry to everybody at different price points and different levels, really.
Exactly.
But so that the quality doesn't change. Really, you get the same quality regardless of the tier of manufacturing equipment that you're using.
Exactly.
Very important, very important. Thank you so much for a really short expo of what's happening here. But it is so exciting, so many incredible innovations.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Look forward to hearing more very soon. Fantastic, thank you.
Thank you very much for passing by.